Welcome back to another podcast. I'm your host, Victor, along with my co-host, Mark.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Hello. I'm good. I'm great. Don't mind the same t-shirts, guys. We're just out here.
What are you talking about, man? I was wearing a jacket last week. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My bad. Yeah, my bad.
Take your pants off. So Change. Just swap outfits. Yeah, how are you, sir? How you doing? What's new?
I'm doing
What's
good.
popping?
Nothing's new that much. Yeah,
Love
just
to hear it.
living life. Huh?
Love to hear it. So.
Yeah, it's same old, same old. It's getting a bit chillier now.
Yes, it is. This morning I stepped out and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, it's a little autumn.
And I'm not upset about it. For all you summer people out there, fuck off.
Oh.
It's over.
Whoa.
I don't care. Oh my God, I want the beach again. I don't care.
Summer's over. Summer is fiendish.
Care. The lights in Paris, I
turn them on.
You can't catch my drive. Yeah, I like cold weather. That's just personally me. I like hoodie season. That's just me. I'd rather be in a cold room and put up some sweats and a hoodie on and be warm than be in the hot blister.
Yeah, you could be butt ass naked in the heat and you'll still feel hot.
Still does nothing. Like AC fan on doesn't matter. You're still getting that sweat dripping down your.
Yeah,
exactly. So I like the cold weather and I'm happy it's here.
Yeah, and it's coming fast. It seems like it went from like 90. It's like boom, it's 70. Yeah. And it's nighttime by 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I was looking at the weather because I was like, before it would always be like, as soon as morning hits, like kind of like low 70s, but then like it'll go straight to like 90s by like midday. So I'm like, bro, I used to hate it. But now, like, obviously I started seeing it like as it got further in the week, I saw like 70 was the highest. And I'm like, okay, that's switching up. Okay. It's changing. So yeah. I'm happy about it now.
Yeah, we need like a 2005 type winter. Remember back then when it was dead ass cold? Now it don't get cold no more.
It don't get cold no more, bro.
It'd be like 16. It's like, oh my God, it's freezing. It's like, nah, bro. I remember like it would be like in the teens, bro. And not like feels like in the teens. It would dead ass be in the teens and it would feel like -5 and shit.
Like you would feel the cold past your door. Like you didn't even open it yet. You could just feel it. You're just like, yo.
You touch the windows, like, yo, it's cold as shit out
there.
Yeah,
like you can't even see outside your window because of all the goddamn like freaking like fog.
Frost.
Like it was just terrible, but I loved it. And I always like have a specific memory in my head because this is just me thinking about wanting to have like snow again.
Yeah.
I want snow again. Unfortunately, it's never going to happen. Some people out there are just like, I hate snow. Why are you here? Go move somewhere else then.
See, but like now we like gotta go to work now.
Yeah.
We don't got snow days no more to look forward to.
That's very true. I mean, some, if it's
really gotta
that
be
bad. Yeah. If it's really that bad, yeah. But if it's a little kind of like 1 inch, 2 inch, they're like, we still expect you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember a specific moment where obviously it was like it was definitely middle school. And at this point, I'm pretty sure we had Instagram. And I remember it was just one of those snow days. Bro, I remember I opened the front door. This is when I was at Franklin. And I opened the door, bro, crazy blizzard. Yeah, it was like one of those crazy blizzards. And I just like posted it on my story. I was like, yo, this shit is insane.
That was like a year like where we had to do like extra days of school and shit, like extended days because it was like
we
missed so many days.
So many snow days, yeah. I remember there was one time too before we like closed for I think the winter. Like for like winter break, I don't think I went in the last day. Or if I did, I came in super late. I was like, I don't care. I was like, it doesn't matter.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do to me? Send me home?
You're going to see me next year.
Great. Send me home. I don't care. That's where I want to be. But yeah, I remember that. It was like, I think when like Black Ops 1 came out, like around that
Good
time. So yeah, that was great. Yeah,
great times.
Miss those snow days, bro.
Yeah. What you going to do? We're old now. Anyway, side note. Well, I was thinking the other day, I was like, we haven't done one in a little bit. And I was like, let's just bring them back. The Am I the Asshole stories. I found a couple.
Nice.
And then I think I saw another one that's called Think I Fucked Up. And I found some of those too. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna read some of these to you.
Let's do it.
And then see what you wanna talk about after and see what you think.
Let's do it.
That doesn't have to do with the Roman Empire.
Damn it.
Yeah. I'm sorry to break it to you.
They drank really shitty wine too. I think about those days because
You think so?
I just don't think I don't see. Look, I'm not from there, so I don't know what they do.
Yeah,
it's just like to me, when I see that, I'm just thinking like it couldn't have been that great, right? Like, how did they like really make it to be that good?
With their feet, bro. They stomped them grapes.
So it's just grape juice then.
Yeah, but it's fermented, and that's what makes it alcoholic. Same thing with beer. It's all fermented stuff.
I guess, yeah. I feel like I'm just thinking because like how did they really, really like know how it worked? Like, you know what I mean? Like the science behind it. I feel like they
trial
just
and
kinda
error,
did it,
I
and
guess.
they're just
They just
like,
like
oh, this shit making me feel something.
yeah, they were they had some old grape juice and they're like, yo, we can't let it go to waste. And I was like, yo, this shit kind of good. It's like, hold up, I feel a little crazy right now.
Yo, they started looking at
Because
you.
Jesus had wine.
I mean, he turned it.
Yeah, but they already had it. They already knew what wine was. He didn't invent wine.
That's true. He didn't invent it.
Yeah,
His father did.
exactly.
We were just waiting for us to figure
God.
it out. Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, probably. I mean, who knows? Because they probably just kept it like pure. Just now we got like, oh, it's in this barrel and it was aged for 47 years, and then we put some sugar,
from this vineyard,
some pork rind, and some orange zest, and it gives it this really citrusy, salty, savory taste. Along with grape. And it goes great with your charcuterie board.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheese and crackers.
But yeah, I have this one story here. I'm gonna read it off and then we're just gonna get right into it. So it's 3 hours ago this came out and it's kind of long. Says, am I the asshole for wanting a relationship with my half brother?
Yes.
Short answer. Yes.
It's half. If you would have said stepbrother, I would have gave you just a little bit more leeway. This person's literally related to you.
Yeah.
Not
half.
fully, but half. Like it's still
you share a parent.
Exactly. That's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Continue.
A year and a half ago, my dad got a message on his Facebook from a young man claiming to be his son. My dad originally thought it was a scam, but the guy provided enough information to keep the messaging back and forth. They ended up taking a DNA test, which concluded that he was in fact my dad's biological son.
How do you not figure that out? Like,
what do you mean?
Like, how do you not know about that?
It was probably like, you know, like one night stands. You ever seen Big Daddy?
Yeah, I did, but it's just like, okay, continue. Yeah. I'm not even gonna get into it. Okay.
My dad told my siblings, 17 female and 14 male, and myself, 19 female, and our mom when he got the first message because he thought it was a funny scam. We all remained in the loop when he realized he actually had a relationship with the woman he claimed was his mom, and then the DNA test confirmed it. My mom was not impressed by the whole situation, and I could tell it was straining their relationship, obviously. The son is 27, so was conceived before my mom even knew my dad. Okay, that's not as bad. That's not his fault.
Yeah,
I mean, it is his fault the kid was born, but like, you know, I mean,
you know,
he didn't cheat on the mom.
Yeah, to be in the relationship now, it's not like his fault, you know.
He didn't know. He didn't know when he met his mom.
Exactly. So
my dad stayed in contact with. What? You hear that?
What?
Nothing. My dad stayed in contact with his son, and my siblings and I FaceTimed him multiple times in the following months. We all really liked him. In January, he came to visit for a few days. It would have been an enjoyable visit if my mom hadn't been so sour about the situation. Myself and my dad almost met up with him in March for a few days. I think there was a couple more times throughout spring/early summer where my dad met up with him. At some point this year, my half-brother moved back to his hometown. In July, he invited my dad to spend some time together. My dad went alone, and he also spent time with his son's mom. Ooh. When my dad got back from the trip, my mom said she just knew that he had cheated. I now know she had cheated multiple times in their marriage. Oh, damn. So he's cheated on her before. Multiple times.
Okay.
Not with the guy's mom, but just in their relationship, he's cheated. Yes. She confronted him about it, and he confessed to sleeping with his son's mom multiple times while on the trip.
Wow.
Damn. My mom kicked them out, and they have been separated ever since, and I don't think they will reconcile. Why did he do that? Like, I mean, if this was like the half brother's mom, if this was like a long-term relationship or something, then I guess he maybe should have known. But like, if this was a one-night stand thing, why just leave it at that? Does she still look good and shit? Was it still worth cheating on your wife over, bro? Like,
got her in a chokehold, got him in a chokehold.
How old are these people? Anyway, wait, yeah, ever since my mom kicked them out, and they have been separated ever since, and I don't think they will reconcile. At this point, I've most likely cut off my dad too, because it makes me sick to know that he would hurt my mom like that. When I found out about my dad cheating, I messaged my half brother. He claimed to not know what had happened, but apologized about the situation. That man knew. However, my mom blames him and has said to me multiple times that she thinks that what happened is his fault, and that he should have stayed out of our business and left our dad alone in the first place. I don't know about that. If you have a chance to say hi to your dad, you could at least say, "Hey, I'm your son." And then
don't put the blame on him now.
yeah, he just was looking for his dad. Like, come on. And he's 27 years old. He just, he was curious and he found out a way to reach out to his dad.
Yeah.
My sister agrees with her, but my younger brother and I don't. I've remained in communication with my brother, and he's invited me to come on vacation with him in a couple months. I have the money for it, so I agreed. My mom hit the roof when she found out and couldn't believe I still had a relationship with my half-brother, let alone wanted to go on vacation with him. My sister thinks I'm being an asshole to our mom for wanting a relationship with the guy they think broke up our family. So she wants like a relationship. It's not even like,
she probably means relationship.
I'm stupid. I thought he was trying, you know what I mean?
No, I just think like a relationship.
A friend, like some type of relationship.
Yeah, to get.
When I read the headline, you know what I mean? We thought it was that.
Yeah.
I argued it was our dad that broke up our family, and she replied that even with that being true, shouldn't I want to protect my mom's feelings by not openly having a relationship with our brother? Am I the asshole? I'm going to say no.
No.
The person that's the asshole is the dad.
Yeah.
1,000%. The mom has the right to feel uncomfortable and also be upset that she got cheated on.
Yeah.
In general in the situation.
Yeah, I think it's more so like there's a lot of situations like this, even like that's a very complex situation in a sense, but there's also situations where it's like mom and dad, they get divorced and it's kind of like, oh, who are you going to live with type of situation.
Right.
And say it's more so like the mom or so more the dad. It's like, if you then want to say, hey, I still want to like be cool with my mom. Like, I don't want to just cut them out of my life. You should still have the right. And the parent could be like bothered by it, upset, but you shouldn't like deny your child the opportunity and chance to be with their other either like parent or again in a situation like sibling.
Yeah, because like even say for example, say if there's a marriage where like a guy or a person goes into a relationship with their own kids and another person who also has children that's like from past relationships come together. Yeah. And say those kids become cool, but then that couple splits up. They're already used to growing up together and becoming friends and being cool with each other.
Yeah.
So like as long as it just didn't end badly, like I feel like those kids would still want to talk to each other and say like have a relationship with each other.
Not to,
So like it's not really the kid's fault.
No.
The mom's just upset about the situation and like is angry and she's just like
it's more so
I get that she would want her daughter to be mad. It's like, yo, like ever since that guy came into their lives, like it caused a bunch of other shit. But at the same time, the dad cheated on her multiple times before that guy came around.
So it's not so much like
so it was a dad problem.
Yeah.
It could have happened without him regardless, especially if the dad has a history of doing it.
Yeah, this wasn't gonna like stop it, Yeah. This is only just something that kind of happened, but it wasn't like it was something new,
He just didn't know she existed.
Yeah, exactly.
If he knew, he probably still would have pursued.
Exactly. So very weird situation, but I don't think she's the asshole of the daughters, she just wants, it's literally like she just wants to be friends with somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Especially her brother too, somebody she shares blood with.
That's about it.
I love the ones where like we read the question and we're like, yeah, you're an asshole, and then we read it and we're like, oh,
it's just me being ignorant, just gonna throw my predictions out there.
Yeah. What can you do?
Yeah.
You're not the asshole, dude. It's okay. Yeah, there's a lot of these here, to be honest with you, but you know what I mean? We're just gonna get into it. This one here, the title made me laugh, so I was like, I don't know what this is gonna turn into, but it seems like it might be interesting. It says, am I the asshole for embarrassing someone by pretending to be Japanese? In quotations. All right, so it says, backstory. Female 20, have a Japanese name even though I am not ethnically Japanese. Okay. My mom is Korean and my dad is British. Okay. They met and fell in love while studying in Japan and had me there after marrying. Oh, so mom's Korean, dad is British. They met in Japan.
That's where the name comes from.
Yeah, gave her a Japanese name.
Cool. Oh, I'd be like, yo, that's tough.
Yeah.
If I grew up like that.
We lived there until I was 14 before moving to the States. Oh, so she also lived there. Cool.
Yeah.
This will be important later on. All right.
It's like a video game. Keep this in reminders.
Today, a group of my roommates' friends came over to study with her, and I happened to be in the living room when they had arrived. They were introducing themselves to me, and when I said my name, I have a pretty common Japanese girl name, so it's pretty hard to be mistaken about the origin. And one of the girls made a disgusted face and laughed at me, saying that was so dumb. She said that she was Japanese American, and I was culturally appropriating her culture as a white person, or her country as a white person. I tried to explain that I lived in Japan for a while and that was why, but she kept insisting I was lying, that if I was telling the truth, I'll be able to speak the language. Since she put it like that, I started talking to her in Japanese, basically explaining where I lived there and asking which prefecture her parents were from, etc. She ends up stuttering through a sentence in an awkward manner before leaving in a huff. Later, my roommate told me I embarrassed her by pretending to be more Japanese than an actual Japanese person and appropriating the culture, and her friend expected an apology. My roommate doesn't think I did anything wrong, but now I feel kind of bad. Am I the asshole? No, you're not the fucking asshole. Technically speaking, her nationality is Japanese. She was born in Japan and she lived there for 14 years. She lived there longer than she lived in the fucking States. She's 20. She lived in the States for 6 years.
Yeah. This situation is kind of like a little weird. Like, I get it why the other friend would be upset because like in a sense, like she's technically like more Japanese. I don't know how she wants to say it. I guess fully Japanese if you want to say it. But at the same time, like you can't get upset about it. Like she's just kind of being correct. I feel like instead of being more upset and like embarrassed about it, it should just be more of like a calm understanding situation. I feel like she's taking it a little bit too much. And I guess she's just like, salty about it. Cause she's just like, she has to what I'm thinking of is that friend is not so much your friend, because if you're thinking of this person like that, then clearly like that person's not that much your friend.
Right.
Because if they were, you wouldn't think like that. You'd just be thinking, oh, okay, this person's just kind of like having a debate, but it's more like a friendly debate. It's not so much like, oh, this person's coming at me, correcting me because like they want to like embarrass me. It's like, no, this person's just being nice, just trying to, So
she was like, say 10 Japanese words right now.
Right.
It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I want to add also the friend that got upset, she was Japanese American. So she's never lived in Japan.
Yeah. So yeah.
She just has Japanese blood in her.
So yeah. So I at that point, she has to be more the asshole, Again, like she's just butthurt. And that's where I feel like it's
she spoke Japanese. She lived there. Went to school there. Her parents lived there.
Yeah, like she's just correcting you in some sort of way. Like she's just saying like, yo, like you're saying this, but let me just kind of like correct you a little bit. It's not all like this, or it's not said like this. And that's it.
I'd be looking for new roommates. I'd be like, fuck y'all. Y'all weird.
Well, the other one said it was fine,
Yeah, but then the other one was like, oh, you like embarrassed me. I'm like, what the fuck you mean, bro? I'm Japanese. Look at my fucking passport and shit. I got a visa or whatever the fuck. Like, and I'm British. Fuck you.
Right. And I'm British.
In it.
Fuck out of here.
Bro.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. I try to skim these comments to see if anybody said they are the asshole, but everybody's just like, yeah, nah, bro, you chilling. Like, this person's a dickhead.
Yeah, those situations are very like simple, like plain and simple, because it's like, bro, unless the person like deliberately is doing something, they're never going to be the asshole. It's always the other person just getting way too dramatic and overhype about it. You're just like, relax. Like, it wasn't for all that.
Yeah, I'm not going to get used to this wall. I'm going to keep hitting my elbow on it every time I swing back. It's like extended now. But yeah, yours is fine, pretty much the same. But this one literally has extendo shelf. It's going to fuck on my arm. But yeah, I want to find one where somebody's actually the asshole, but I think I might have one. I don't know. We're going to see. So this last one for the episode. It's titled, Am I the Asshole for Giving My Son Non-Vegan Food Behind My Wife's Back? Let's leave it in the air.
It's kind of controversial.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
But let's see what the backstory is. I, 32 male, and my wife, 33 female. We've been married for 8 years and have a 12-year-old son together. Okay. About 6 years ago, my wife decided to go vegan. She was sent the documentary Dominion by a vegan friend of hers, and ever since has said non-vegan food is revolting and refuses to eat it. Fair, valid, I hear you. Chicken's good though. After a long conversation, I agreed to go vegetarian and be vegan in the house around her, which she was happy with. She also has decided our son should be vegan, which after seeing a dietitian, I also agreed with. Things have been fine with this arrangement until a few months ago when I began finding wrappers from non-vegan candy and even burgers from McDonald's in my son's school bag, which he had been buying with chore money. Bro, it's his life. If he's old enough to like to do that and make the thought. Sorry, I should finish the story first. I had a conversation with my son and he confessed he felt lonely and excluded eating vegan around his friends, and that they always had much better candy than he did and it wasn't fair. I decided I didn't want him spending his pocket money on snacks and throwing out the vegan snacks we actually bought him instead of buying games, etc. It made no sense. But I also know the way my wife feels about non-vegan products. So I began buying my son what he wanted on our way to football practice instead. Long story short, my wife recently found out what has been going on and completely flipped out. She called me an animal abuse enabler and a few other names and said I was corrupting our son. Now she's not speaking to me. Our son panicked and told her I had bought the snacks for him and he didn't know they weren't vegan. I don't blame him for that. He just doesn't want to be in trouble with his mom. Am I the asshole here?
I mean, like,
if I think you need to go get a divorce, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Once Victor saw vegan, he was like,
not even that. It's the way that she's being so like
ununderstanding,
imposing on it onto other people.
Yeah, she's not being understanding. Like, I just think it's kind of messed up because it's like in any situation like this, right? It's good to, well, not good, but it's understanding when a family kind of has like a certain way of living, you know, and they put that onto their kids, whether if it's cultural stuff, whether it's anything, you know, like you live, they want that kid to grow up kind of like seeing the world in that type of way. But it's also a thing where it's like if the kid starts having thoughts and has feelings about other stuff, you shouldn't just immediately just
force it on him,
and just be like, no, you can't do that, because then that just makes it seem like, okay, like they're wrong anytime they do anything else, you know, and that makes it psychologically, that just kind of,
it's just setting a bad precedent for the future in general for him.
Because in a sense that's almost like racism. I know it's not, but it's almost like, yo, everything else is wrong, this way is right. And it's almost like, oh,
you should like, whenever anything is forced like that, it's just never good, because then you start to hate that ideology because you're forcing it upon him. Like, even, maybe as he gets older, he might be like, you know what? Like, this is like, I can see why you're so insistent on this. I want to be vegan too.
His choice.
But now, even if he agrees with it or not, he'll be like, yo, like my mom was fucking wild about being vegan. Like, she ruined it for me. Like, I fucking hate it. I hate vegans. Like, just because she was imposing it so hard on him.
Yeah.
I get it from a health perspective. Like, you're like, hey, like, I don't want you eating McDonald's. I'll make you burgers at home or something like that.
True.
But like, further, you can't say like as a health, like whatever, like it's a growing kid. And if he feels isolated in school because of it, to the point where it's like almost like not bullying, but he might be like ostracized from a group.
That's what I was. Guess what I was about to say. I was just like, when you start to hear your kid talk about that stuff to you, like I would be like, damn.
Where he feels like, left out. It's like, yo, that sucks,
damn,
man.
Like, I don't want my kid to be like that, because this is the point of time where they're supposed to, like, you know, start meeting friends,
making friends and shit,
and actually bond with them. And if my son can't bond with other kids because he don't got the same food, or if they want to walk to a place and get something that only has meat products and non-vegan stuff, what's he gonna do? Sit outside?
Yeah, like or if he's hungry or whatever, it's like, or just making all those other people have to like cater around him as well. It's like, now it's becoming more easy to access that stuff. But it's like, yo, if the kid wants a Happy Meal with his friends, let him get a Happy Meal with his friends. Like,
but it's like for being a kid, that's hard, you know, like. When you're an adult, you could find stuff like that pretty easy. Whatever. But a kid, you're not going to be able to find a lot of places, you know, that's going to have options for vegan stuff, you know, like, so I could see why that's a little bit of an issue. But again, like the dad was just trying to be nice. He was just trying to be understanding.
Trying to be supportive. The dad 100% is like, he's like, yo, like, babe, you want to be vegan? I'll support you along with it. You know what I mean? I'm an adult. I can make that decision, and I know how to navigate that. This kid doesn't. Like you said, he doesn't have the resources to even make a decision. And he not worried about cows and shit. He just want to make friends and eat some McNuggets, bro. Like, he just want to have a childhood. Like, later in life, like me, myself, like, I mean, we grew up eating that stuff. But if I get older, I'm like, yo, like, I want to switch, like, just for health reasons or for like animal, like whatever. Like, I can make that call. And I could like, there's enough food out there. I was like, yo, I'm not really tripping. But it's like, damn, like, don't force any item, not even just veganism, in general. You should not force anything upon anybody like that, because you just, like I said, it's gonna have a negative effect. When you're like too strict on a kid, or you try to force like either too much religion or too much like of veganism or any political stuff, it can have an inverse effect where like they begin to hate that thing that you're trying to push on them so much because you just made it so much of their life. Like, let them have that free thought a little bit. If you want to sit down and be like, look, like mom's vegan because of this, I want to show you why. If you want to still eat meat after that, hey, that's your call. You know what I mean?
I think it just sucks because the mom didn't at any point try to
consider any,
like that, you know? Like try to like be like, okay, like I found this stuff and I found out and I'm upset you didn't tell me. Like, I can be upset for that, but if I heard then from my husband, like the reason why I did that is because you're fucking
Yeah.
like, then I'll be like, okay, as the wife, let me take a step back. You're right. I am.
You know what?
I might be wild.
That's a great point as well. Because it's like, I was about to say, you know, it's not right that he went behind his wife's back. Because in any situation, that's bad.
Yeah.
But then you also have to think, why did he feel the need to go behind her back?
Exactly.
And it's because when she found out, she was like, oh, you're an animal abuser enabler. It's like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like I gave him a cheeseburger. Like,
and that's what's crazy too, is because she's coming so much at like him, but like she doesn't really see as why he did that. It was for his son, not for him. It was for his son. Like
he's like, I'm still not eating this shit.
Yeah.
I just know my son's going to football practice and he wanted a fucking McDouble, like
starving out there.
And he's like, yo, this shit tastes good to me. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, if my kid came to me like that, I'm like, bro, like, I can't say no to that.
Yeah.
If he came to me like, yo, like, my friends eat all the time and I gotta sit there like with nothing, bro, that shit will break my heart. I'm like, bro, like, here's $5. Go get you a little burger and like, you know what? Just don't tell your mother.
I ain't gonna lie though. I was kind of cracking up at the story when he was like, oh, I found rappers.
Yeah. And that's sad too though. Like, why? Like, I don't know if it said how old the kid is. Let me double check.
I think they said it in the beginning after he said we have a
12-year-old son.
Yeah.
The fact that that kid, he's about to be in high school and not even like he's
for a while.
Yeah, bro. He said 6 years.
Yeah.
And the fact that he feels the need to, it's not even like, oh, like he was hiding like cigarettes or like alcohol or any, like, bro, or weed. He was hiding McDonald's wrappers and like Snickers, bro. Like, let the kid eat, bro. That's so bad.
That's kind of sad, honestly.
Even then, like, meet him in the middle. It's like, all right, so you're worried about the animal abuse and stuff like that. It's like, there's ways to get like ethically like processed meats and stuff. It's a little bit more expensive. But like you can still get to feed your kid what he wants, and it still meets with your ideology where the animals are being treated properly and stuff like that, like free range and all that other shit. You go to farmers market, like there's ways to do it, without like I don't want to use that word, without restricting your kid to that lifestyle that you want to live so bad. Not that he made the decision to. I know he's 12, but he's getting to an age where he's about to be in high school and like, you know what I mean? Like,
he has a little bit more freedom and he has a little bit more like this decision making. Why not?
He's transitioning to like that young adult kind of age, you know what I mean? Like, maybe there's other people too. It's like, oh, like they try to be vegan. It's like, oh, like I'll be vegan like a certain days, like X amount of days of the week, you know what I mean? Just to cut back a little bit. Just kind of, you know what I mean? Like, all right, so like Monday through Friday, you gotta be vegan, son. Saturday, Sunday, if you go out with your friends, you know what I mean? You wanna get a slice of pizza with some pepperoni on it, hey, that's you, bro.
That's you.
But like to be like it seems like a deeper issue even than just veganism with the mom. It seems like she's very just like, yo, like everybody gotta be on her type time. And if not, like you guys are all terrible and I'm mad at y'all.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like she's a little kind of like crazy for that, because that's why if he probably, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other stuff, like you said, other than this whole vegan thing.
Yeah.
It's like she's probably like, oh, you gotta do the laundry this way. Or when you come in, you got to do this or you got to do that, you know, like, and I'm pretty sure he already knows that. So he's just like, yo, I'm going to save your ass. So I'm going to keep this on the hush hush.
Yeah. And he wasn't even, like the dad seems like, yo, he just wants everybody to be happy kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like he's just like, yo, like I'll be vegan for my wife because she wants to live like this. And like, you know, that's my ride or die. I stick with her, you know what I mean? And then my son is like, yo, like he didn't really ask for this life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just, you know, to the side, you know, I'll work with you because you know, mom be tripping, bro. So just like, we'll give you some, you brush your teeth before you get in the house so she don't smell nothing, you know, keep it between me and you.
Yeah.
And she just like gave him, and he wasn't even mad at him for being like, yo, like he bought it for me. Like, cause he's probably so definitely afraid of the mom. Like,
I was thinking though while you said that, I was like, as the dad, I'd be like, damn, really, bro? You ain't gonna act like you didn't want this shit.
He's like, yo, like he's 12, like he just crumbled under pressure because he knows his mom be snapping. Like,
yeah, I just think it's kind of crazy because like he's at that, like it just sucks because he's just being curious. You know, I'm just trying to put myself in like the kid's point of view. Like, if you see like your other friends eating that stuff, you're just thinking and wondering like, bro, like what does that taste like? You know, like, I want to know like
it smells bomb.
Exactly. I got this fucking salad wrap. Like, like I don't want to eat this.
As much as when I think like when I have kids, like, yo, like I'm gonna try my best, because I ate like a lot of fast food as a kid. Like my parents was just like, which I understand, you know, like busy life, you know, money's tight. Yeah. You know, you're working long hours and you don't have the energy or time or money to cook. Like sometimes you just gotta get dollar meal, Happy Meals, whatever the fuck. But I eat a lot of fast food. And like with my kids, I'm like, yo, like I want to like try to cut that back and limit it as much as I can. If I don't have to, then I won't feed it to them or give them an option. Like it might be like road trip thing or like, it's like, where it's a time where it's like really like y'all are hungry and I just can't feed you right now. Like we're traveling, shit like that. Like it's different. But I feel like every single kid in this world is entitled to have like a Happy Meal at least once.
Yeah. I think McDonald's has earned its
I think it's a part of being a kid.
Yeah.
It's like have a Happy Meal, have your own bike. I don't know what else.
As long as you have those two things, I think you're good.
I don't know. I was gonna say, but that's more of a guy thing.
Cross the street without, looking once. And
and being out until the streetlights come on.
That's what I'm about to say. Like you can stay out just a tiny bit before the streetlights go out and play Manhunt.
Yeah.
Play Manhunt.
Tag, all that shit. Those are like the things that you need as a kid with your little crew, with your posse. You know what I mean? So everybody should have that.
Yep.
If you take that away from them, then what are they here for really?
Nothing, bro.
You gotta let them live.
Yeah.
You get the little toy.
Exactly. The toy, that's the best part.
Now they be putting Pokemon cards in the fucking McDonald's.
Imagine pulling a crazy ass Charizard and shit.
Like, oh my God.
All right. You don't even know what you got, but you're just like, bro, I'm up. You're making that thing's worth more than your whole freaking both your parents' salary.
Right. And now Pokemon be looking like real life items and shit with eyes, so you don't know what the fuck you got. It'd be like a house, and that's a Pokemon. Back then, it used to be like animals and shit.
Yeah, they got rid of that quick.
Yeah, now it's damn near humans.
Once they started making like fairy type Pokemons and all that, I was like, I know this is getting a little too out of hand now.
Now in the newest one, you could like ride a Pokemon like a motorcycle and shit. You got like wheels and shit. I was watching a video earlier. Somebody like on Instagram, like a reel, and somebody was like playing the game. And then he was just riding through. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? I was like, he got a Harley, and it's a Pokemon.
Harley.
Yeah.
Hearing Harley. Yo, get me out of here, bro.
Yeah,
what the fuck? I pull up to the gym like this. Like, what?
That's why you see people still emulating and playing the old ass Jones, because like the fuck time they on, bro.
They're just losing ideas.
Yeah. But this is a whole different discussion. We've talked about it a bunch of times. The fans be telling them exactly what they want, what they willing to pay for, and they won't give it to them. That's why so many studios are going out of business. Nintendo didn't have such a chokehold on us with their fucking IPs of Mario and Sonic and Kirby and all of them, Link.
It's literally the OGs.
Yeah, like they just are holding on to that shit and finding new ways to recycle it every time.
That like, shit tomorrow, like if they were told you can't make any variation,
we need a new story. Your next release has to be a whole new character, new story, new everything.
They wouldn't know what to do. They'd be like,
no, they come out with Splatoon and shit, but like it's not the same,
now, bro. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But
that won't save them.
Yeah, it is. They need to have like, because they already have like quality control or quality assessment, quality control testers, QA testers, where they play the game and shit. They need to take the feedback from some of those people, and especially like, yo, just go on like Twitter and like Reddit forums and shit, see what people talk about, and just implement that into the game, bro.
Yeah, just like I would say, give like the demo or whatever you have to like say like 100 people, 100 regular people, and then just see what they say. Like, I feel like that's enough to get an idea of where things should be headed at. I don't know.
It is what it is. We'll hop up out of here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the discussion. What do you guys think? Are they the asshole? You let us know.
Yeah.
We already gave our answers. You give us yours. We'll see you guys next time. I'm Victor. This is Mark. We've been Etc. Podcast. We'll see you next week. We're out of here.